I guess maybe more review type things throughout the class, but not. Obviously, it's hard to make students care when it's not for a grade.
Right.
But I kind of like being able to review without the added pressure of that. Because at that point, I'm just trying to get it right and not trying to make sure I know the material.
Do you mean more review in class, like during class time?
During class time, like she's sometimes done it like top hat questions after going over some material.
Right.
And I feel like that type of stuff works out pretty well.
Oh, good. Okay, so reviewing the concept right after you go over it in class. Like,
yeah,
kind
and
of
then she also, like, sometimes will do it, like, at the beginning of the following class, and then you can be like, oh, yeah, I kind of need to make sure I know this from last class, too.
So you like the concept checks that she does,
yes.
that kind of thing. Okay, cool. Okay. So, the most helpful is at the top? Is that right? Okay, so what is it about the video clips that is helpful?
At least for biology, a lot of it's, like, related to the natural world and stuff. And, I don't know, like, I can just always, like, when we were discussing, like, parasites and stuff, like, those were the videos I remembered, obviously, because those ones are probably more gross, but, like, that, I remembered it, and that helped me on to remember the content and stuff, so.
That's fair, that's fair. Things that stand out in your mind are usually pretty helpful. So, what is it about that specific follow-up with the professor that's helpful?
It's kind of to reiterate and like make sure you know what you're talking about and what the purpose of the assignment was and what you're learning from it.
Do you find that that's always helpful for you, or is it only helpful for you when you didn't get the question right?
Yeah, that's pretty much that.
Which one?
When I didn't get the topic or the questions.
Yeah. Okay. So this is peers. Okay. Most peer stuff isn't very highly ranked with you, though. So let's see. You've already explained why listening to the professor is useful for you. And is this? Do you think that when the weekly lab reiterates what's going on in class, that's helpful? Because it's often off topic, according like to what you said.
When it does reiterate, it provides a like visual example.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I can't connect it, at that point I'm just like, why? I have a 7:30 lab at night, so I have the really late lab. So if it's not like right on topic, it's very difficult to be invested in it.
I get that. I would be just mentally done.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to stay
a long day.
So if your class, so obviously it's a huge classroom. If it were a classroom where you were able to do more of the peer interaction and peer stuff, is that something that you would want, or does that not matter to you very much?
It just depends on who I'm with, probably. If I know them, I'm more than willing to work stuff out with them. But if I don't know the people, I'm probably just going to do it by myself.
Yeah. Did you have to work with peers in high school?
Yes, but at that point, I knew most of the people in my classes, because in high school, it's mostly the same kids who take the same advanced classes together. Right. So it's pretty consistent, and you're either friends or you don't like each other, so it goes either way.
That's funny. Okay. So I'm gonna look it up. I need to take note of that in a little bit, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Is there anything not really covered in that you think would be helpful?
Not that I can think of really.
Okay.
I mean, it's not expressly stated, but like doing the like worksheets and that type of review stuff does help, as long as it's like directly related to what you're covering.
Yeah, that's fair. So you mentioned your boyfriend in Virginia.
Yeah.
You mentioned your parents.
Yeah.
Are they the people that you talk to, like, if you have a really good day or a really bad day or anything in between? Are those your kind of go-to people?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Do you have a person like that on campus here?
Some of my suite mates, probably, I would, but we have different schedules, so, like, if I don't see them, I'm not actively seeking them out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did you choose your suite mates, any of them, or
No? It was completely random. I knew no one coming to state. But I'm in the Wellness Village, so that's how we all got put together.
Oh, good. So, is that going well?
Yeah.
Your living arrangements?
Yeah.
Good. Do you feel like you have a good support system for your college experience so far?
I would say yes.
What makes you feel that way?
I have peers that I enjoy being around and I know can help me with, and then I really like my advisor, so I know if I have any academic questions, I can go to her. So,
Is your advisor someone that you were placed with in CNR, or is that?
It's still an LSFY advisor. She's my teacher for my LSC 103 class, which is like intro to college basically, and she's just been really good and really helpful. So
good. Have you only needed to interact with her for class and advising, or is that more like a mentor type relationship?
It's more advising. I've had like 3 appointments with her. It's mostly related to scheduling. Right. That's most of the stuff I do with her, and then obviously the in-class stuff, which some of it I've already known. Like we've gone over my pack and stuff, and at that point I'd already done most of the stuff we were covering. But like I know for people who aren't like always looking into that stuff, that would be really helpful.
Yeah. Do you feel like that class has been helpful for you, other than the things you've already done?
Not really, because I've done so much of it, and it's like 1 day a week, so it's not like it's intro to college. Yeah. And some people need that, and I didn't as much, but I do like getting to know her in that class too, because then it's easier to go talk to her when
that's good.
Advising stuff is needed.
It's like a silver lining.
Yeah.
So when you think about your biology class specifically, does that feel like a community to you?
Not a very close community. Okay. I mean, we're all there.
So by proximity,
yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, like I know my friend from band, and then the people I sit with in my lab, and that's about it. So,
is there more or less of a feeling of community in lab than lecture?
There's definitely more, just because we interact a little more and we get to talk more and stuff. So,
is that something that you personally need or feel like you enjoy, like having that sense of community?
It's nice. It's not. I don't have to have it. Like I'm here to learn, so I'm not devastated that we don't get that in lecture. So,
okay. What about NC State big picture? Do you feel like that is a community?
Yeah.
What makes that seem like a community?
I guess just student involvement. That's definitely a lot of it.
Your personal involvement or the access to involvement? Like, what is that?
Yes, to both.
Okay.
I've joined a couple clubs. I've gotten involved in stuff, and that's helped me feel more involved in the community. And just like there's a good amount of school spirit here, and that kind of builds the community feeling. So.
Good. Which clubs are you
in? Sport management club, and then I'm planning to minor in turf grass science. So I'm in turf club as well. And then marching band's technically a class, but it's also club style in a way. So.
Yeah. Is that a community for you? Your marching band people?
Yeah. I'm in drumline, so and they're kind of cut off from the rest of it, but within the drumline, definitely, it's close. So.
Why are they cut off from the rest of the people?
Just the way, like, drumline will practice separately from the rest of the band, just because it's more the tempo and not necessarily the music that they're playing.
Right. Okay. So you mentioned a couple clubs that are specifically related to your academic interests, and your band is obviously, well, I guess more than a hobby at this point, but personal interest.
Yeah.
And so are you involved in any of the community centers on campus, like the Women's Center or any of those centers? No. Do you know about them?
I've heard of several of them, just not really my thing, I guess.
That's totally fine. Totally fine. Again, it's the knowledge of the existence that matters.
I know they're there.
Okay.